You haven't seen this one in a while, have you? Welcome to the Graybeard channel, and I'm Graybeard, aka Kevin. I just wanted to show you what I did. I already done it, but figured I'd run you back through it, let you see how I fixed it. As you see, the shapes of these triggers are a little different. That's because here's the original one where my grandson's sat on it. There's some kind of connection in that, and it broke off, and I can't get that to stay together or nothing. But that has the same connection as this one, so it worked. And it was actually a gamble because I actually saw it. It was like $4 and something on Temu. And I said, wouldn't hurt to try. And so there's 4 screws, 2 on the front side and 2 back here. And then this will come up, and you want to fold it back this way toward where you'd be if you were riding it. And I just noticed this got pinched. I'm gonna have to fix that now. So I must have did that when I put it back together last time, but it was the thing was working. But yeah, we'll fix that. Anywho's, you have to twist these off, and then I'll show you on the old trigger, throttle trigger, whatever you want to call it. There's always a set screw up in there. I don't know if you can see that. Here, let me oh, I did turn them on. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but up in there in that hole, that's the set screw. It's a little Allen head. So you'll need to borrow Allen's wrenches, and then you have to go into these 2 little holes here with an Allen head or Allen wrench. I don't know if you can see them down in there. Probably not picking it up, but you got to loosen them up. Mostly this one to tilt that up out of the way so you can run your little wire. There's a little, I don't know if you can see it in there. I'm trying to get it there. You can see where the wire goes in. There's like a little droop for the bar to go through, and then underneath that is a smaller one for the wire to go through. That's the only thing that didn't really match up the best, is this cable comes out the front here instead of out the side like the original. And there's 2 funny things. See how this goes out the side? You can line that straight into that little droop underneath the one for the bar. Here's another funny thing. If you look, you got red, white, and black. Or now that it's turned around, black, white, and red. But I don't know how it picks up on the camera. The trigger I bought is red, gray, and black. Well, where you hook up the trigger, this is the wire from the bike, I mean the scooter. It's red, gray, and black. But the trigger on this one was red, white, and black. It's funny, when I hooked it up, I said, the other one didn't match, this one matches. Although the trigger's different. Yeah, I'm wondering what I did there. I had to pinch it somewhere. Yeah, it's real tight in there, so you got to be really careful putting that back together. But before I forget, yeah, if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do that. And hit the bell, that way every time I drop a video, you'll see it. But comment. Like. Every time you watch a video, it doesn't cost a dime to reach over and click that like button and make a short comment. And it's absolutely free, and it helps the channel out. So if you like a channel, even if it ain't mine, make sure you comment and like. And every interaction helps, and it's greatly appreciated. And share the crap out of it. But anyways, I'm gonna fix that little wire up, put some shrink wrap on it. I'm not even sure what that's to. Truthfully, I have no clue. But I got on it and it worked. But yeah, we'll fix that. And we'll get you back on here and we'll do a little ride on it, test her out. Alrighty, we're back on it. I was going to just put it back together, and but I wanted to show you, make sure you shrink wrap things up and everything. It's best to solder it. I was kind of in a pinch, so I didn't. But yeah, also I wanted to make sure I was showing you the plug on this. Now this is a Hover 1 Alpha. And I'd say most of the Hover ones probably have that same style clip. You can pause that and look at it, look at the wire colors, and here's a funny thing. I don't know if I mentioned it. See the style of the button? Although this is black, the style of the button is exactly the same as that red. Well, this one's different, of course. After I done put this in and installed it and tried it out 2 or 3 times to see if it worked, and I charged it up after that because it'd been sitting a while. I was doodling around on Temu and found they actually have a one with a button that looks exactly like it, same style and everything. Exact. I mean exact. Has the wire coming out the side just like this one. I was all over Temu when I found the first one and never did see one that matched the one on this Hover 1 board or scooter. I installed it. I'm not taking it off. It works. But yeah, like I say, when you're tucking your wires and everything, I even shrink wrapped this big thing. I didn't shrink it. It fits so tight around that plug. I don't think it's going to be an issue. But yeah, that's where the trigger plugs into the wire harness that goes into this. Anyways, yeah, there's a sensor. It has like that lets you know how far you push the trigger and everything that goes to the controller that lets it know what to do. But anyways, yeah, tuck your wires in nice and neat. I must have caught it on this right here. That's the only place I could think that would have cut it off like that. Something's trying to get caught over here now. Yeah, everything's in there nice and tight. I want to set the camera on the, I guess I could set it on the tripod. Where'd I put my bolt? Oh, right here. And my tripod, of course, is on the float. But yeah, I'm going to set you up on there real quick. And won't be but a second. I'm sorry about this. I just don't want to turn it off and turn it back on just to set up this, and it only takes a couple seconds. There we go. Anywho's. Anyways. Now you're up in the shot. And we'll get this thing back together. Of course, you screw your little handle back on. Yeah, it's left-handed thread. This is right-handed, that's left-handed. You pull down to tighten them. Like when you're sitting over here, you would twist them both back. If I twist this one forward, it'll come loose. I guess it would be a safety thing because you're going to be pulling down on it anyway when you ride it, so that way it won't be knocking none of them loose. Anywho's, got my 4 little screws here. I'm going to go 2 at a time. So be very careful. That's right where that has to have been where I pinched that off, is right here. That's metal back there behind that. It's holding the LEDs for the light. So yeah. Anywho, I don't see any, yeah, I don't see any popping out back there. There we go. Hold my hand on this, get your screwdriver up like this, and get one in there. And the moment of truth will be here in just a minute. You don't have to really torque into them because it's all going into plastic, you know. If you try to put too much torque on it, it's liable to strip the little spot out for the screw. I mean, you can always get a slightly larger screw, but if you don't have to, you can just avoid that, you know. Anywho, make sure my mic, yeah, it seems to be picking up. I'm always leery of that mic either cutting out or something. The only time it's ever really cut out on me was my own fault. I accidentally muted it. So I had like, I don't know how many minutes of footage, I can't even remember. Oh, I accidentally turned it on. Well, ain't nothing burning yet. I was pushing down on the power button. You hold the power down for like 2 or 3 seconds for it to kick on. And away you go. And she's on. And yeah, the brake actually uses the motor to slow it down, but it is fairly effective. Putting my screwdriver up. I know, looking at my workbench, it's hard to believe I put stuff back. But I do. I really, really do. But anywho's, we'll get you on my chesty and we'll take a quick little run around the neighborhood a little bit. Show you how she works. I keep hearing noises. Anywho, hopefully this is a good angle for you. Put this out the way. Got both batteries on both bikes charged up, so I can ride either one. It rained like crazy yesterday, otherwise I would have did a bike ride. And oh, turn those lights out. No need in running them when I ain't there. Oh, catch myself again. It's summertime, which means bugs. So I'm gonna put my riding shades on. I'm bad about forgetting these and having to go back and get them. If you've watched my videos, you'll remember that. Anywho, yeah, like on, I've only did one video on this, and I think it's 36 volts. I'm really not sure the what do you call it, the wattage of the motor, but you have to get to go on, I think it was said in the instructions, 1.8 or 1.9 miles an hour before to kick in. Oop. Got to get used to these little tires on here. Oh, I need a kickstand. Had a leaf in the tire if you heard that guy. I'm in P2. There's a P1 and P2. After you turn it on, you can tap the power button again, and it'll toggle between P1 and P2. And what that is 2 different speeds that this thing operates on. P1 will only let you get up to 10 or 11 mile an hour, and P2 will let you get up to the top end of 15.5 mile an hour, which, if you ask me, on a scooter like this, doesn't really have much of a suspension. It's got rear shocks, or springs, whichever. And no front suspension. You'd think they'd put the suspension on the front first, but they didn't. I'm hunkering down to get under these limbs that should be trimmed up. Whoop. Woo. Yeah, this sidewalk's really rough. Oh, I think I might have bottomed out just then on the sidewalk. This stretch ain't really that bad. It's just you feel everything on these little scooters. But she does pretty good. I'm gonna, well, let me get to a good spot of the sidewalk, if you could say there is one. Right here. I'm gonna turn you down. Whoop. It looked good, but it, well, let me stop. I was just trying to show you the little Speedo. Can't tell. When you get in the sun, that's the only con of these Momin mic system, Momin C2, if you're wondering what kind it is. It's a great mic. I think the quality's great. I mean, you can bleep bloop it in the comments what you think about the sound of my audio. But I'm not much of a editor. I'm not editing anything into the audio to make it sound any different than what it actually is from this camera. But I think it's great. But when you get in the sun, you can't see nothing. Boop. Yeah, if you're used to riding scooters, this will probably be fine. You know, especially plain old scooters with no suspension. But if you're not used to scooters, the bumps are harsh, especially on this sidewalk. Let's get a run at this little hill and see how it does going up it. Vicious little puppy dogs. I wanted to show you that it actually can hit that top speed, is why I got you pointing down. We may not make it up this hill. I'm a big boy though. That's the reason why I got this. It's good for up to 264 pounds. And I don't max it out, but I'm about 230. So yeah, I'm only leaving 34 pounds on the table. All righty. I'll hold it. Wanting to get you down on the Speedo so you can see. Let's see if we hit the 15 and a half. There's your 15. Now we are going downhill. Now we're about flat. And it's maintaining 15. Yeah, on the box, of course I got rid of that long ago. It in my viewfinder shows the handlebar is crooked for some reason. I promise you the yeah, I don't know why it did that. It should have been like this. But you got the gist. Okay. Now I'm a feeble old fart now. So a younger feller would be a lot more nimble on this. We're at 10. Now that's by this thing. Don't have no room to mount my phone with a speed app. In fact, I didn't even bring my phone with me, which should be a no-no in today's time. We're at 13. Of course, we're going slightly uphill. I'll let you see that same run facing the forward so you can see where I'm actually going. You got something vibrating, probably a heat shield. These little front wheel drive cars, of course, they've been around for ages now. I remember when they was first coming out. That's how old I am. Oh, I remember when that little S10 was new and I was an adult. Oh, still, even then. This is the little road we came up that ended up walking it up. Yeah, like if you're a lot lighter than me, I can say I'm about 230. Anywhere between 225 and 235. Different scales, you know, we'll say different things. Unless you get on a really good one and it'll tell you the truth. But anyways, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And this is the same run we just did when I had you looking at the speedo. And this thing's got a little headlight, as you can see when I was putting it back together. And underglow, blue underglow. I don't know if you can change the color or not. I don't think you can. I think it's just blue, which I'm fine with because that's my favorite color anyway. You probably hear a lot of crap from this scooter running down the road. The road's rough. It's not terrible, but for something like this, it's a little rough. On the bicycle, you wouldn't hardly even feel it. But yeah, it's pretty cool little scooter. I mean, it gets you, especially if you live in a flat area. And like I say, if you're a lot lighter than me, if you're out around 180, 160, this thing will do a lot more for you. I mean, it's still gonna max out what it max out. It's governed somehow. Now, if I knew how to ungovern it, you can bet I would do that. But yeah, if you ain't feeling like walking, this beats that. Yeah, that's the motor actually braking it. It's actually quite effective. I mean, it's not going to go so fast that you need a lot of braking power, you know. And like I say, I'm 230. Yes, maybe mismatched a little bit, but he's brand new. Had I waited a little while, of course I'd waited long enough really. Oh, while I was picking the kickstand back up. But yeah, we got that back on the road. And hopefully, if any of y'all watch this, because that's how I fix some things. I go on YouTube and, you know, if it's something I hadn't done yet, I go on YouTube and I check out a few videos, try to discern who did the job the best and, you know, who seemed to have the most knowledge of it and how it come out and it turned out in the end. And I, like I say, if you just set P2, if you just toggle it, it goes over to P1. And P1, actually, let me show you real quick. P1 limits it to a certain amount. Like I say, well, I guess it's just going to govern it to that no matter how big you are. Unless you're so big it can't get you to it. But I had another one. Now, I should have done a video on it, but I'm actually way over the weight limit. I'll show you P1, excuse me. Get you up the hill a little bit. We'll turn around and then you'll get to see what it maxes out at. Yeah, like I say, I've done another video on this a long time ago when I got it. I actually got it on clearance for 60 or 65 bucks. I can't remember. Refer to that first video to. Okay, it limits you at 9 miles an hour. If you toggle to P2, if I can get it to, maybe I need to stop first. There we go, P2. Let's get back up the hill. Oh, something drags on some of these bumps. I got my kickstand up, so it wasn't that. It's funny to hear that brake. Now, I can't see the screen. And I can't see if it's right. Yeah, it's crooked again. Why, I don't know. But here you go. It's cool to see you can see the blinking of the LED. I promise you, the camera is facing straight. I didn't get a chance to tell whether it was maxing out at 15 or not. All I saw was 13. Of course, I wasn't looking at the, I was trying to see where I was going. Yeah, like I say, it pulls my big old butt around just fine. And this is uphill now. Let's get it going downhill again. Here's a 2-stroke powered bicycle pulling a trailer. He getting it too. That guy goes all over the place. Oh, the other throttle. Oh, dang it! Here comes a car. Come on, people. Knees to chest. Hate it.
How much was that?
I got it on clearance, but I've had it for a couple years. I got it on clearance at Walmart. They're normally like $260 something or other. I got it on clearance for like 60 bucks.
They do pretty good.
This one's, you gotta look at the box. This one was actually good for up to 264 pounds.
Okay.
I ain't really leaving a whole lot on the table.
Oh, that's right.
But it pulls me around pretty good. It goes up to 15 miles an hour. For a little scooter, that's plenty.
Oh, yeah. And it'll pull you up the hill too.
It fairly decent now. It starts to struggle once you get to about the top of that one.
Yeah.
It's 36 volts. If you can find one that's higher, like 48 volts, it'll do a lot better.
Okay, cool, bud.
All righty.
All right, you have a great day.
You too. But let's get the there we go. All righty. Dang, I didn't mean to make this video this long. There's 12, 13, 14, running out of airstrip. It would have got to 15, had a little further to go. Hopefully my audio's still good and everything. So I tend to bump things every once in a while, and like I say, I knocked it on mute one time. Yeah, I really shouldn't have left my garage door open like that. And the light's on real bright so everybody can see all my little toys. But I didn't go very far. But I usually don't do that. That's a no-no. Oh, I didn't had the headlight on. Trying to remember how. Oh yeah, you tap it twice to turn the headlight on. I don't know if you can see that underglow. Yeah, I can see it on the screen. Let's turn the lights out. Could close the door and yeah, you can see it better now. It looks cool at night. This headlight really ain't gonna light up your path real well. And it's got a lot of LEDs up and down there. It's like 2 or 3 wide and goes all the way down. Nothing but LEDs. And then you got your little brake light. Basically it flashes when you hit the brake. But I just figured I'd do a little video on this though. Like I say, you hold it. It'll automatically pair to your phone. I don't have my phone on me. Oh, I used a battery bar. Yeah, this is not going to take you near as far as say one of these bikes. But it can take you to the grocery store and back. And it even has a handy dandy little hook to hang your bag on it. And like I say, if you're a lot lighter than me, this thing would be great, really great. I mean, I think it's great with me on it. I was impressed. But yeah, I just figured I'd let people see it and give you a little insight on how to fix that trigger if you break them, because I'd say if mine broke, there's probably plenty of other people's that broke. Like I say, you can go on to Temu and like I say, look at the style of the trigger. Right now, Temu has, you can buy either or both on Temu. They have this exact, I mean, you can't tell the difference. It's the same trigger, same style. Like I say, on the inside, it's got the wire coming out like that. And be a little more careful than I did. I thought I was being careful. Watch that plate that holds them LEDs in here when you're putting it back together, because it severed a wire. I guess I'm lucky that it didn't go, you know, in flames or haywire on me, because it was connecting to a metal piece that the LEDs were in, and everything worked. I connected the wire back. I don't know what it disconnected, but it's connected again. But I couldn't tell that it was disconnected. And maybe while it was still together, it was still connected and it wasn't really, you know, I don't know, grounding nothing out or anything. But like I say, I figured I like to try to help people out. And if it helps just one or two people, it helps me. Well, it helps me. Yeah, it does help me. It makes me feel better. But, and it don't cost a dime. And hopefully it helps my channel out. So yeah. But anyways, if you like this video, please hit the like button. Comment, like. Please. I see a lot of views on here, but not very many comments or likes. Now, even if you don't like it, tell me what you think. And I'll be as polite as I possibly can. And I ask that you do the same. But some people aren't. But anywho, yeah. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the crap out of it.